how we act, decisions we make, and how we work with others to do what is right. Our values never stop us from learning, improving how we think, act, respect one another, and draw strength from our differences. Join Miriam Owoduni on Osbc TV Start Time Channel 113 and Free TV Channel 502 every Tuesday by 6:30 p.m. to 6:55 p.m. to relish the program. Our values, a must to watch.
My name is Mariam Owoduni. Welcome to another exciting episode on our values this beautiful day. How is your day going? I hope your day are all going fine. Our values guides our behavior, informing how we act, the decisions we make, and how we work with one another. Our values never stop us from learning, improving how we think, act, and how we respect one another, draw strength from our differences. Yes, and on today's episode we are going to be discussing our children, their parents' retirement plan. Yes, because some kids are saying their parents' retirement plan, why some children are saying they are not their parents' retirement plan. Yes, and I am not the only one here. I have a guest with me here, Engineer Miss Lara Odeyemi, and she is going to be discussing this topic with us on today's episode. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, and thanks for
joining us. Like I said, we are going to be discussing our children parents retirement plan. Ma, is this true?
No.
Okay.
Children can never be parents' retirement plan.
Oh, okay.
Parents that solely base their retirement plan on their children are likely to suffer.
Their parents that base their retirement plans on their
solely
children.
On their children are likely to suffer.
Why did you say they are likely to suffer?
Because children too, they have their own responsibilities. They have so many things too. They have their own goals. They have their own aspirations. And at times it depends on culture. In Africa,
Okay.
you are bound to take care of your parents.
Oh, okay.
But in developed countries, there are governments and some policies
They are put
take
in
very
place.
good care. Yes, that are in place. They take very good care of the old ones. But here, while working, parents should try as much as possible dedicate certain account for what you want to. Do not base your retirement on the children or on the pension you want to receive. If you do that, definitely you will suffer. By the time you call your children, maybe that period he or she wants to pay school fees of his own children too. Because in the course of caring for others, you cannot lose yourself. Yes. So they come first, and their immediate family too come first. Parents then becomes extended family. So their nuclear family, maybe the husband, the wife, and the children, then becomes their priority. So it is better while working, while taking very good care of your children, to make special arrangement for how you are going to survive during your retirement period.
Ma, you said something now that while the parents are working, they should make plans for themselves so that when they retire, they are not going to suffer.
Yes.
And you mentioned again that while they are working and they are taking care of their children too. Yes, you said it yourself that they are taking care of their children. Will it remain on the children's part not to take care of their parents? Because I believe they toil day and night for them to make them who they are now.
You are just being emotional.
Really?
Yes, let's face it. Yes, it is compulsory. We must take care of our parents. But not that parents will make their children their retirement fund or their retirement plan. Yes, when you take care of your children, it is not the best way for you to be happy in your old age about your kids. It's when you are not financially dependent on them. when they see your call, they pick your call joyfully. They pick your call happily. But when you are fond of complaining, asking for financial help here and there, you become insatiable with the little they can do, then you become something else. You understand? So because of that, while taking care of their children, just like I said that while children too, while they are going on with their life, they may not want to emburden themselves much. So also parents, while caring for your children, don't lose yourself. Plan. It may be passive business. During the working period, those years, the parents are most likely to be very, very occupied. There may not be time for business, but they can engage in passive business, maybe like real estate. All those businesses that you may not
take their physical attention.
Yes, so those passive businesses, you can engage in them, you can invest in them, especially when your children are still very relatively young. So you can do that. But training your children solely because you feel they will take care of you in your old age is even wrong. Gone are the days when children were insurance for old age. Then our parents used to have maybe 20, 25 children because they will tell you that they don't know which one will bury them, they don't know which one will take care of them. But that was then. Now children are no longer insurance for old age. You said training them. Yes, you train them. You train them for them not to be burden on you during your old age.
Because they can be a burden.
Yes, when they are not well trained, maybe in the formal or informal sector. If they are not well trained, they become the burden. They become extra burden, and then they contribute sadness, unhappiness, and source of sorrow during old age. So training them doesn't necessarily mean we are training them so that in the evening time they will be our pension fund, they will be our retirement plan, they will be our retirement fund. No, it is wrong.
Thank you very much, ma. We are just joining us on our values this beautiful evening. Yes, the topic we are discussing is our children, their parents' retirement plan, and our guest here is saying children are not their parents' retirement plan. That as a parent, you should work on your own retirement. We should not forget that retirement is planning our today for our future life, so that we can continue to meet all our goals and dreams independently. Yes, so that we will not rely on anyone when we are old and withered. Yes, that is what we are discussing on today's episode, that we should not have this mindset, because when our kids are all grown, they will be busy with their own lives too, and their own immediate family too. As parents, this will not make us to be bitter. Yes, when you've planned your own life, you will not be bitter, and you will not be waiting on someone. And it's even frustrating. Yes, it's very, very frustrating waiting on someone before you can eat or before you can do something. And remember, then one will be old, you won't have that energy you are having now. So as parents, as we are caring for our children, doing things for them, we should not forget ourselves. We should plan for ourselves too. Yes. Ma, I know you are a parent too. Do you have plans for yourself too? And if you do, can you share some of the plans you've put in place for yourself so that others can learn from you too?
I did my NYSC in 1996 at Upper Niger River Basin. So immediately I took my decision that I want to be on my own. And since then I've really been on my own. Okay, for those that are not in private enterprises, for those that are in public service, do you know that if you are earning 100,000 and it's not enough for you to manage, to spend, and to save from it, even when you start earning millions, you won't be able to save. It has to do with just sitting down, make careful planning, especially while children are still very young. By the time they grow up, they get to secondary school. If you want to give them qualitative education, you hardly could save them, you hardly could invest them. But while they are still very young, the money, extra money that you have that you save, you can use it to buy land. I so much like real estate. I have some set of land that I bought maybe 12-13 years ago at the rate of maybe 100,000 5,000 then, and now that area now they are selling 2.5 million. So you can buy. That's a very good, yes, nice means of saving your money while your children are still very young. And then when they are growing older in school, don't let situations, circumstances force you to sell everything. Sell some. Remember, you need to have something to fall back on. You never can tell. You know, children, every individual is a unique person. We have different behavior. So we have some children that are good, and some they have behavioral defects. So you may think that if you put all into training your children, they will take care of you in old age. What of if they choose not to? How will you survive? Will you not become beggar? You can see, look around, you see some people and they have children, successful children, but they choose not to even care for them. Yes, it is not good, but why training them? We should try as much as possible. So passive business, like you can buy land. Some too, if they know about that, they buy gold, real gold. It also appreciates too. If you have little land and you engage in a cash crop production, do you know you don't need to be there? Money will be coming. Like if you have maybe palm plantation. Yes. So why during their formative stage, during their younger stage, all those passive businesses, you can invest in them. While growing up, while training them, don't sell everything. Remember, you have to fall back
on something.
Yes.
Thank you very much, ma. Like our guest is saying here that we should not forget ourselves while training our kids. Yes, and I have some tips too I want to share, that we should address unnecessary expenses. Yes, while we are training our words, we should know we know we make money and money is coming in and everything, but the economy nowadays, no one can predict it. So yes, as parents, we should avoid anything unnecessary expenses. We should be cautious of it. We should not get carried away by this. And another one is we should suggest lifestyle changes. Yes, we should not live all this flamboyant lifestyle. Yes, we should not be too flamboyant. Like all this, okay, there's a new dress that is in town or in vogue, I want to buy. There's a new accessories in town, I'm going to get it. I want to be known, I want to be in the person in town. No, we should avoid all these things, because our future is very, very important, and not our future alone. We should remember that this retirement plan we are talking about, it that time we won't even have the energy again to do all these things. Yes, and it's very, very important to take care of ourselves. And another one I'm going to be sharing is we should brainstorm new revenue. Yes, like she said, that we should look for passive incomes that we can engage in. There is something, don't say I'm not the business type, people will cheat me and all that. Look for something. There is no how we will check. When you identify 5 type of business you can do, you will see one that will go with what you can do and the ones you like. Yes, we should not forget this. It is very, very important. And another one is we should see the benefits that we are qualified for. We should not have all this nonchalant attitude about all these things, because this is our future we are talking about, and it is very, very important. We should make conscious effort to be intentional about it. Ma, you know, we've been saying it now, and you said a lot about it, that children are not their parents' retirement plan. Their parents should not hope on their children. What if the child has the intention of taking care of their children? Do you have tips for them too, so that they too will not be overburdened when it comes to the period of taking care of their parents?
The 3 major religions, people, they point it out that we should take very good care of our parents. It is because our own culture here in Africa, we feel it is mandatory. Meanwhile, it is actually not. There are ways that children can assist in the retirement process of their parents without being but one. Do you know they can sit down with them? Just only that African parents, they may not come out clean. Okay. They may not tell them the truth. They can sit down, they can engage their parents. They can ask them questions, they can talk to them, they can rub minds together. That's okay. When you retire, What do you want to do? Okay, you can do this, you can engage in this, they can advise their parents. Number 2, they can also help. You know, some people after retirement, the little that they are earning, they still scam them.
That's another thing again.
They still scam them, yes. Because some people will come and meet them that if you put this money with us, we will give you the triple within 3 months, within this, and they still scam them. So their children, they can sit them and yes, they can put them through, and then their insurance policies too. Their children, they can sit down with them, and their children can pick up bills, little bills, electricity bill, water bills, their medical bills, just to make them happy. Children can pick those ones too. It's not that solely they are not. No, how can they take care of you? And during the evening time, when they bank on you now say no. But just that parent should not just sit down and feel that their children, because it will be sort of emburdening them, which is not good, because they have their own responsibilities to, they have their own life to live to, and they have their own retirement to plan. Yes, because what goes wrong with everything from around. So they have their own retirement to plan. So it's not that. So children too, they can help, but by taking care of their parents too, they should not lose themselves.
Thank you very much, man. You know, you suggested now that what their children, they should take care of their parents' bills. They should not wait until when the money is much that they can give to them. Those are little
ones. The electricity bill, the water bill, you can even be taken care of, because they tell them that at this stage you need a lot of fruits and vegetables. But as we all know, they are very, very expensive. So their groceries, you can be paying for their groceries. That okay, in a month maybe you will need fruits and vegetables of 5,000. Your electricity bill, you will need 5,000. Your water bill, 5,000. How much are we talking about? You can double it, 30,000. So it is, but at least they will be happy
that something is coming from
you without forcing you, without causing you, without abusing you, and without calling family meeting on you for doing this.
Ma, have you experienced this before? Or have you witnessed it happening to someone close, or you've heard a story about this before? Because some people are still having this mindset and they are still insisting that their children should be their retirement plan.
We need to sensitize them. Okay. We need to make them know that you cannot solely make it is because of our culture. You know, years past, children are solely, they have children. Their children are insurance for their old age. Yes, and once you start working like this, if your salary then is 30 naira, your parents will be collecting it. Even if you are married, they will be collecting it. They will be giving you this is so out of that 30,000, you'll be giving them 20, you'll be managing 10. But things are no longer the way it used to be. Everything has changed. That entitlement mentality should not be there. No parent should make their children their retirement plan. It is absolutely wrong. Build your own wealth. While taking care of your children, sit down, plan your own retirement. The way we plan life, we plan death too.
Yes.
Have you ever seen a situation that you call your children that, okay, when I'm gone, this is where I want to sleep, this is how I want you to decorate it, this is how. So, but the thing is, most of the time we fail to plan. We just feel that okay, we can pass, that's our responsibility. We cannot pass it on to others. It is our responsibility to take adequate care of ourselves. You know, when you now become burdensome, it makes children to hate you and run away and stay away from you in old age. That is why you have to make your own plan financially. So when you visit them, when you call them, they will know that you are not calling them to embolden them. Yes, to ask for money to embolden. It's not that they will see your car and say, I picked this call now. Mommy will still ask, daddy will still ask me for money. No. So make your own adequate plan while training them.
Thank you very much, Ma. Yes, we are just joining us on today's episode on our values. The topic we are discussing is our children, their parents' retirement plan. Yes, and engineer Mrs. Lara Odeyemi has been saying it and advising our viewers at home that we should not make our children our retirement plan. We can hope on them, or we should make plans for ourselves too. Yes, you know, children are humans too after all, and they can disappoint, and it won't be funny at all, because by then it's already late. So we should make sure that we plan for ourselves. Ma, what word of advice do you have for children at home, especially the youths?
The youth should stay focused, like I used to say. Know what you want. You can be anything. Your background is immaterial. Stay focused. Know what you are doing. Work very hard and pray. You can be whatever you want to do.
We should not let our background to
And
limit
then
us.
don't forget to take care of your parents. And parents too should forget that entitlement mentality. So just as children cannot make their parents their emergency fund, that hello, I need money, I need 50,000 now, give me fast. Says who? You cannot make your parents your emergency fund. So also parents should not make their children their retirement fund.
Thank you very much, ma. Can you please introduce yourself once again to the viewers at home?
My name is engineer Mrs. Lara Bisola Odeyemi.
And thanks for joining us on today's episode. I hope our viewers have learned one or more on today's episode. We appreciate your presence.
You are most welcome.
And we should always remember that we should not ignore the effort of the person who tries to keep in touch. Yes, it is not all the time someone cares. We should not forget this. Thanks for joining us on today's episode on our values. My name is Mariam Owoduni. Bye for now.
Our values are values of values. Our values guide our behaviors day by day, informing us how we act, decisions we make, and how we work with others to do what is right. Our values never stop us from learning, improving how we think, act, respect one another, and draw strength from our differences. Join Mariam Owoduni on Osbc TV Start Time Channel 113 and Free TV Channel 502 every Tuesday by 6:30 p.m. to 6:55 p.m. to relish the program Our Values. Our values are must to us.